Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Today is the 31st of August. I'm your host, Philip Kripe, and this is Daily Crypto News with Cryptopolitan. Nice to have you guys with us. As you're jumping in, today's the last day of August, so we'll get to see how this month has gone at the end when we look at the coin prices and what they've done in the last month. It's been a crazy month. Things crashed pretty much and then came back, it seems. It's been a strange month. All right, let's check this out. Apparently, the government owns a bunch of Bitcoin. The U.S. government is suspected of controlling the fifth largest Bitcoin wallet globally, with holdings equivalent to $2.46 billion. Investigations found a link between the hacked seizure address and the wallet's owner, with notable transfers of significant Bitcoin amounts. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Justice recovered about $3.55 billion in stolen Bitcoin from the said account. Hey, how's it Rats? Nice to have you with us. Thanks for joining. Recent findings suggest that the U.S. government might hold and control the global fifth largest Bitcoin wallet, containing 94,643 BTC, equivalent to $2.46 billion. This revelation comes from the esteemed cybersecurity firm PeckShield. The wallet is believed to have direct ties to the 2016 Bitfinex hack. Investigations have unveiled a connection between the hacked seizure address and the wallet's owner. Notably, a transfer was made to this address from another wallet holding approximately 567.5 BTC, valued at around $21.90 million. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, reported the recovery of roughly $3.55 billion in stolen Bitcoin from this account. At the time of the Bitfinex attack, these Bitcoins were worth only about $75 million, highlighting the magnitude of the breach. All right. Best crypto memes of the day. Let's look at some memes real quick. See how this goes. Let's see. There we go. I was going to say there are no images. It's strange. Bears at $26,000. Happy. Bears at $28,000. Not so happy. Crypto market like a Boeing or an Airbus being pulled by a grayscale bicycle. Tricycle, actually. You can check these out sometime jumping on cryptopolitan.com. For those of you that just listen and don't watch, this isn't going to work for you. Circle partners with Mercado Libre to introduce USDC in Chile. Circle announces collaboration with Mercado Libre to introduce USDC in Chile. The integration will allow USDC accessibility to Mercado Pago users. So if you're in Chile with a Mercado Pago bank account or just a Mercado Pago account, apparently you can use Circle now as of August 29th. So today it should work. Nigeria seeks partnerships with experts on national AI research. Nigeria is seeking partnerships with local and international experts for collaboration on AI. NITDA plans to use AI to reshape Nigeria's technological landscape. That's interesting. The announcement made by Olson Tijani, Minister of Communications, Innovation, and Digital Economy on social media platform X, underscores the country's commitment to harnessing AI for transformative growth. Central to this initiative is the National Information Technology Development Agency, that's the NITDA, NITDA, which has initiated the development of the National AI Strategy. As the initial research phase reaches its conclusion, the government is opening the door to public engagement. Acknowledging the potential for imperfections, the government aims to tap into collective wisdom and insights underscoring its commitment to creating a comprehensive and effective strategy. Reports from local media sources highlight the intentions of Kashifu Uniwa, Director General of NITDA, to cultivate AI developer communities throughout Nigeria. This visionary initiative is set to launch in 3 states in 2023, with a strategic roadmap of expansion into additional states and ultimately encompassing all local government areas. That's fascinating to see. Most countries haven't even started looking into AI. BlockFi seeks court approval to convert trade-only assets into stablecoin. BlockFi has filed a court petition seeking permission to convert its users' trade-only assets into stablecoins amidst increasing regulatory scrutiny from the SEC. The court recognized BlockFi creditors committee has supported the motion. Interesting. The request was submitted on August 29th to the United States Bankruptcy Court's District of New Jersey regarding certain assets. However, these assets consist of Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Algorand's native token Algo. Currently, users are unable to withdraw these specific cryptocurrencies, and BlockFi recommends exchanging them for Gemini Dollar or another stablecoin just once. I see. According to BlockFi's application, the assets used only for trading constitute less than 0.5% of the total wallet assets held by BlockFi members in the US. However, BlockFi International has separate holdings of trade-only assets such as Cardano, so the ADA token, Sol from Solana, and AVAX from Avalanche. Other similar assets. The move comes as the company faces increasing regulatory scrutiny, particularly from the US SEC. The application aims to provide a legal framework that would allow BlockFi to offer its users a more stable and secure form of asset to withdraw their money. Fascinating. Google Cloud inks deal with El Salvador to drive digital transformation. El Salvador's progressive stance towards technological integration. Google Cloud's recent collaboration with the government of El Salvador, unveiled on August the 29th, marks a significant stride towards digitizing the nation and enhancing various sectors such as healthcare, education, and government services. This partnership, which involves establishing an office and introducing distributed cloud services, is poised to bring about transformative changes. So they didn't have that in El Salvador. Okay. Thomas Kurian, CEO of Google Cloud, is enthusiastic about the transformative potential of cloud computing in Latin America. He notes that cloud technology has already democratized access to applications and services across various sectors and geographical locations. This inclusivity empowers both small businesses and public entities to leverage the same capabilities as more developed markets. So it's interesting that they're doing this in El Salvador, where they adopted Bitcoin. Hi, Crypto World, and thanks for all the flowers, hearts, and rainbows. Goldman Sachs snags UK and US firms with Chinese state funds. Amid a backdrop of escalating tensions between Beijing and the West, the renowned Wall Street institution Goldman Sachs deftly maneuvered Chinese state funds to acquire a selection of American and British businesses. Intriguingly, this strategic move included the acquisition of a cybersecurity firm known for servicing the British government. Goldman Sachs over time has finalized 7 key deals utilizing the monetary resources from their private equity partnership fund. This $2.5 billion fund was a 2017 collaboration with China's sovereign wealth repository, the China Investment Corporation, or CIC. Those in the know suggest that among these acquisitions were companies specializing in global supply chain tracking, cloud computing consultancy, drug testing, and state-of-the-art systems integral for drones, AI, and electric vehicle batteries. Despite acknowledging their investments in these companies, Goldman Sachs conveniently omitted the crucial detail. These investments were partly bankrolled by the China Fund. It's evident that private equity funds like these are a valuable tool that sovereign wealth funds use to inconspicuously increase their stakes in pivotal sectors. This strategy becomes increasingly important, especially as Western governments sharpen their gaze on foreign direct investments, chiefly those originating from China. Diving into the past, one would find that Goldman CIC Fund traces its origins to 2017. Then Chief Executive of Goldman Sachs, Lloyd Blankfein, heralded the creation of the China-US Industrial Cooperation Partnership Fund. This fund was envisioned as a tool to address the trade disparities between the two superpowers by channeling Chinese capital into US firms. Goldman Sachs clearly mentioned that CIC would not just be a silent partner. They would play a pivotal role in steering the growth trajectory of these acquired companies in the vast Chinese market. The use of this partnership funds didn't halt, even with the relationship dynamics between Beijing and the West growing cold. In 2021 alone, four major investments were made. A notable transaction was the acquisition of LRQA, the cyber inspection arm of the UK's Lloyd's Register Group. LRQA is a force to be reckoned with in various sectors like aerospace, defense, energy, and healthcare. Their portfolio also boasts of Netitude, a cybersecurity conglomerate that takes pride in ethical hacking, boasts affiliations with the UK government. It's critical to note that while the financial contribution of the Chinese state in these deals might appear minimal at first glance, the long-term implications can't be overlooked. CIC is not just another investor; its presence and influence run deeper. Addressing the matter, an LRQA spokesperson mentioned their intent to leverage the Goldman CIC funds to solidify their presence in China's vast certification market. However, Netitude, he confirmed, had zero ambitions or operations in China. Goldman Sachs, in an effort to dispel concerns, stated the Cooperation Fund is a U.S. fund overseen by a U.S. manager. Its core purpose remains to bolster investments in U.S. and global firms, thereby amplifying their market share in China. But where do the others stand? While the British government remains tight-lipped, hinting at their quasi-judicial investment scrutiny, they assure they wouldn't shy away from using their powers to safeguard national interests. From cloud computing advisories to retail tech groups, Goldman's investments using the China Fund are far-reaching. The very foundation of CIC in 2007 was to inject Chinese state capital into global countries. Fast forward today, and they boast a staggering $1.35 trillion in assets, with a significant chunk in alternative assets. The Goldman Sachs Fund is just one of their many tentacles reaching into Western enterprises. Okay, that's kind of spooky. Gina Raimondo has a new approach to China-U.S. relations. U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo seeks a new era in China-U.S. trade relations. Raimondo introduces a commercial issues working group with a communication channel. Previous dialogue platforms between U.S. and China have lost momentum due to escalating tensions, so they're making it. OKX and Bybit cut ties with sanctioned Russian banks. We saw Binance do that yesterday. OKX and Bybit have stopped supporting payment cards from sanctioned Russian banks. This follows a similar move by Binance, which previously removed such cards due to Western sanctions. Both OKX and Bybit have now joined the ranks of leading exchanges that are cutting off support for payment cards from certain Russian financial institutions facing Western sanctions. Bybit and OKX rank prominently among top crypto spot exchanges, as indicated by data from CoinMarketCap. Their decision to halt transactions with these sanctioned banks echoes actions recently taken by Binance, the behemoth in the digital asset space. The specifics: OKX's peer-to-peer platform has notably dropped support for cards from Sberbank, Russia's premier state-owned bank. This includes Alfa Bank, Russia's prime private institution, and the digital-first neobank Tinkoff. Yet for those savvy Russian users looking for alternatives, OKX offers a silver lining. They can execute purchases and sales of cryptocurrencies using Russian ruble bank transfers. This involves partnering banks such as Postbank, Pромsvязьbank, PSB, Raiffeisenbank, Russian Standard Bank, and Unicredit. Plus, Russia's faster payment system, SVP, is still accessible. Other payment avenues like Payeer, Paysera, Revolut, Skrill, WebMoney, Wise, Kiwi, spelled QIWI, and UMoney also remain functional. On the flip side, Bybit, based out of Dubai, is still displaying Sberbank and Tinkoff on its list of supported payment methods on its peer-to-peer platform. However, here's the kicker. Transactions via these banks are a no-go. They might as well be decorative artifacts now, just taking up screen space. Of course, the crypto world isn't new to such strategic shifts. Recall Binance, the world's crypto trading juggernaut. They had previously disassociated themselves from sanctioned Russian banks on their peer-to-peer platform. And they didn't pull this move out of the blue. Allegations surfaced suggesting Binance facilitated Russians in their quest to transfer funds overseas, contradicting their previous claims of respecting sanctions associated with the Ukrainian conflict. Furthermore, August 29th, OKX has redefined the game for its Russian clientele. The platform decided to bid adieu to peer-to-peer transactions in Russian rubles. It wasn't an arbitrary move. The exchange expressed its concerns on its Telegram channel, stating that while options to trade other currencies remain intact for Russians, there might be an air of inconvenience. They cited the need to adapt rapidly to market demands and regulatory requirements for their pivot, but in a surprising twist, by August, OKX seemed to have a change of heart, restoring access to its crypto trading website specifically for its Russian users. The global stage is complex, and the finance sector is at its epicenter. The crypto industry, young but influential, is finding its footing amidst these complexities. Exchanges like OKX, Bybit, and Binance are not just about digital assets and blockchain. They're entities that respond, adapt, and sometimes lead the changes in our ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. As they distance themselves from sanctioned entities, it's evident that the future of crypto is not just in codes and coins, but decisions, allegiances, and brave, outspoken stances. Interesting. The UAE makes oil trade history as it joins BRICS. A lot going on. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, reached a record $340 billion in non-oil trade during the first 6 weeks of 2023. This achievement aligns with the UAE's entry into the expanded BRICS alliance. BRICS announced a six-nation expansion in its 2023 summit, which now includes countries that together control 43% of oil production. The UAE's non-oil exports surged by 22% this year. Huh. Non-oil trade. What are they exporting? For the UAE, this membership is more than just a symbolic feather in its cap. It's a testament to its evolving economic process. The record $340 billion non-oil trade figure isn't a mere coincidence, but a reflection of the country's robust economic strategy. Let's see, new direction and dynamics. Interestingly, the UAE's non-oil exports observed a sharp surge, leaping by 22% within this year. A closer look at its trade partnerships reveals a strategic matrix at play. China, known for its expansive economic appetite, tops the list as the UAE's primary trading ally. Following closely are countries like India, the US, and Saudi Arabia. What's more, a majority of these nations are now part of the expanding BRICS alliance. The convergence of these economic powerhouses is poised to redefine global trade dynamics. If they can agree on anything, we'll see how that goes. The implications stretch far beyond mere numbers. The alliance's inclination towards de-dollarization indicates a seismic shift in trade practices. We'll see about that too. The move towards settling trade in local currencies isn't just a financial strategy, but also a geopolitical maneuver. With the volume of trade activities on the upswing, the ramifications of such a switch could ripple across global economic landscapes. In essence, BRICS' move to expand its member nations and UAE's historic trade figures hint at an imminent restructuring of global economic hierarchies. Grayscale is dangerously close to spot Bitcoin ETF approval. I like the way that's written. That's fun. Grayscale, a leading crypto asset management firm, is nearing approval for their Bitcoin ETF. Previously, the SEC rejected Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF application. The U.S. Court of Appeals has now ruled that the SEC must reconsider their initial rejection. A unanimous decision by 3 judges sided with the asset manager. So we'll see if that goes through. Uniswap lawsuit over fraudulent token sales dismissed by federal judge. A federal judge in New York dismissed a class action lawsuit against decentralized exchange Uniswap, ruling that the platform was not liable for fraudulent token sales conducted on it. The judge emphasized that due to Uniswap's decentralized nature, the identities of fraudulent token issuers were unknown, leaving the plaintiffs with no identifiable defendant to blame for their losses. That's rough. Judge Fela acknowledged that since Uniswap is decentralized, individuals responsible for issuing fraudulent tokens are essentially anonymous and cannot be identified. This means that while the plaintiffs have suffered a loss, there is no specific defendant that they can hold accountable. Additionally, the current cryptocurrency regulations prevent the plaintiffs from holding Uniswap responsible for their losses. The judge suggested that any concerns regarding federal securities laws should be directed to Congress rather than the courts. The court found that the smart contracts used on Uniswap were lawful, comparing the plaintiff's claims to holding a developer of self-driving cars liable for third parties' use of the car to commit a traffic violation or rob a bank. Marvin Amori, Uniswap's chief legal officer, praised the win, emphasizing that the ruling showed that Uniswap's protocol has primarily lawful use and that developers aren't liable when others misuse it. That's actually super important for DeFi. Vietnamese crypto investors heavily rely on word of mouth. A recent study revealed 75.5% of Vietnamese crypto investors rely on friends' referrals for investment decisions, 2.5 times higher than the US. Other significant information sources include self-study, media news, and community groups. The Vietnam Cryptocurrency Market Report 2023 suggests 70% believe the bear market is nearing its end, while 75% want more crypto regulation. Oh, that covers a lot there. Here's what the crypto market really has to say to Grayscale. Grayscale's win against the SEC has led to speculation about future Bitcoin ETFs. Despite the victory, the market responded with just a 7% rise in Bitcoin's value, just 7%. There's still uncertainty about the SEC's next move regarding ETF conversions. The crypto industry is demanding clear regulations for broader adoption. Polygon's Matic to undergo revolutionary transformation to POL token. Polygon's native token Matic is significantly upgrading to become POL, a third-generation token with advanced features like multi-chain staking without the traditional risks of restaking. The transition from Matic to POL will be streamlined with a half-click upgrade for existing stakers as part of the broader Polygon 2.0 proposal to expand the ecosystem to a network of interoperable Layer 2 solutions. In a recent revelation that has sent ripples through the cryptocurrency community, Sandeep Nailwal, the founder of Polygon Labs, announced a significant upgrade to Polygon's native token Matic. The token is set to metamorphose into POL, a groundbreaking third-generation cryptocurrency. So that's the transition mechanism. We talked about that. As of the latest data, Polygon's valuation is approximately 56 cents 92 per token. Despite a minor dip of 4.32% over the past 24 hours, the market capitalization remains robust at over $5.3 billion, ranking at 14th on CoinMarketCap. With around 9.3 billion of the maximum supply of 10 billion Matic coins, investor trust in Polygon appears strong, signaling a potential upward growth trajectory. OKX sets industry standard with 10th consecutive monthly proof of reserves. Hey, Pranab 007, nice to have you with us. OKX becomes the only major crypto exchange to release its 10th consecutive monthly proof of reserves report, revealing $10.4 billion in primary assets and reserve ratios exceeding 100% for 22 commonly traded digital assets. Community sentiment strongly supports OKX's focus on transparency and security, with 84% of Twitter survey respondents finding monthly proof of reserves reports important, and 88% emphasizing the importance of transparency when choosing a crypto platform. It's fascinating. So they've developed an open source verification tool that allows users to verify the exchange's solvency independently. This tool lets users confirm that their assets are backed by OKX reserves while maintaining privacy. Since launching its proof of reserves page in late 2022, hundreds of thousands of users have visited the page and viewed their self-audits. The exchange has published over 210,000 addresses for its proof of reserves program and will continue to allow the public to view its asset flows. Lay added, at OKX, we take user feedback to heart and will continue to invest in future tools for security and transparency to continue earning user trust. Okay, that's pretty cool. Brian Armstrong unveils 10 innovative crypto startup ideas to reshape the industry. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, unveils 10 transformative crypto startup ideas ranging from a new stablecoin pegged to the CPI to an on-chain reputation system aiming to solve critical issues in the crypto industry. Armstrong's visionary roadmap emphasizes innovation, decentralization, and inclusivity, with the potential to significantly reshape the crypto landscape, making it more accessible and transparent for all. Um, so if you want to check those out, you can. I would do that on the site, but there's actually a lot in here. Three, four, they're not all on in the article in a way that's easy to explain. Argentina embraces WorldCoin, 9,500 IDs verified in a single day. Under Sam Altman's leadership, WorldCoin has achieved remarkable popularity in Argentina. In just one day, Argentina saw 9,500 citizens verify their World ID, setting a new record for WorldCoin. Despite its success, WorldCoin faces investigations by AAIP concerning data management. Yeah, Argentina has such bad finance issues right now that they might settle for anything at this point. Robinhood expands crypto wallet to include Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum swaps. Hmm. Robinhood Markets has expanded its crypto wallet to include support for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum swaps, extending its services beyond the Ethereum ecosystem. The expansion comes after a decline in Robinhood's crypto-related revenue and aims to boost user engagement and diversify asset coverage in response to customer demand. French inflation rose in August ahead of ECB's rate decision. It's the European Central Bank's decision. French inflation in August surpassed expectations, reaching a 12-month rate of 5.7%, up from July's 5.1%. The European Central Bank is closely observing the inflation data to influence its upcoming decision on the interest rates. Accompanied by Wednesday's reports indicating that inflation remained above 6% in Germany and accelerated to 2.4% in Spain. Policymakers now possess emerging understanding of persistent strength in consumer prices across three of the four largest units in the region. So those might actually cause them to raise the interest rates to lower inflation, because the goal for the EU or the European Central Bank is to have inflation less than percent and above 1% deflation between those two. PayPal and Coinbase team up for seamless crypto transactions in Europe. Huh. Coinbase and PayPal have partnered to make buying cryptocurrency easier for users in Germany and the UK. The collaboration aims to bypass the delays often associated with traditional banking methods like wire transfers. Coinbase plans to roll out this PayPal integration to more European countries in the coming months. Checking to see if it says what other countries on here. No, not yet. Additionally, it's worth noting that PayPal users in regions like the US, UK, Canada, and the EU can now make direct cash withdrawals into their accounts. That's interesting. Binance announces end of support for BUSD stablecoin by February 2024. Binance has announced it will stop supporting the BUSD stablecoin by February 2024. Binance Peg BUSD withdrawals will stop from September 7th, 2023, but BUSD USD20 will still operate on Ethereum. Despite the Despite the changes, Paxos guarantees that BUSD tokens will be backed and redeemable until February 2024. Binance, the world-renowned cryptocurrency exchange, has made a significant announcement as it ripples through the crypto community. In a recent blog post, the exchange declared its intention to cease support for the Binance USD stablecoin. This decision comes on the heels of Paxos' move to halt the production of new BUSD coins. By February 2024, Binance users must transition away from the USD, prompting them to explore other stablecoin options on digital assets. Wow. Fast forward to October 19th, 2023 at 6 UTC, and the platform will no longer accept new BUSD collateral. Or Binance Peg BUSD withdrawals will across fireworks from September 7th, 2023. However, there's a silver lining for some as BUSD ERC20 transactions will continue on the Ethereum network until further notice. So strange. This decision comes on the heels of Paxos's move to halt the production of new BUSD coins. By February 2024, Binance users must transition away from something. While the specifics regarding delisting perpetual contracts with a BUSD margin are still under wraps, Binance has assured its users that they can convert their BUSD futures holdings to other supported assets through the futures asset conversion feature. RIP BUSD, I guess. So that's the end of the news for today. Let's go check out the markets and look at what's happened this month. Take a bit of a dive into this. Ooh, today the fear and greed index is at 40, down from yesterday. Yesterday, I believe, was 43. Got a little bit of a, yeah, as you can see on the right, that's the last 7 days. You see this uptick that was yesterday, and then you see this downwards trend that was since yesterday. So that gives you an idea of what's been going on. So Bitcoin is at $27,144 and okay, 27, but $20,147.14 there. I got still before it changed. Down 0.96% in the last 24 hours, up 3.12% in the last 7 days. Like I said, yeah, it went up quite a bit. I can actually see the market cap changing as well in real time. It's moving quite a bit today. Ethereum at $1,706.45, down 0.80% since yesterday, up 2.58% in the last 7 days. BNB is at $223.09, down 0.74% in the last 24 hours. XRP down 1.27% in the last 24 hours at 52 cents 39. Dogecoin is at 6 cents 62. Up 1.06% in the last 24 hours. Cardano's ADA is down 0.76% to 26 cents 31. Sol for Solana is at $20.74, down 3.40% in the last 24 hours. We have TRX, which is down 0.18% in the last 24 hours to 7 cents 605. Matic on Polygon is down 0.26% to 57.59 right now. Going to go up here. The biggest changes in the last 24 hours. Maker up 10.33% in the last 24 hours to $1,150.56. Then in the ones above 2%, we have Myota, I guess, 3.70% up in the last 24 hours to 16 cents 13. Then DYDX up 2.89% in the last 24 hours to $2.19. So biggest losers, I'm not going to look at anything above 2%. Astar's ASTR is down 6.03% to 5 cents 574. GMX is down 5.62% to $55.94. XDC Networks, XDC is down 4.33% in the last 24 hours after being up 10.19% in the last 7 days to 6 cents 017. Sol we talked about already, down 3.36% in the last 24 hours. Pepe down 3.28% in the last 24 hours after being down 20.65% in the last 7 days, continuing to go down in the last hour. EOS down 3.19% in the last 24 hours after being up 4.47% in the last 7 days. Is that 61 cents 27? Qcoin token KCS is down 2.75% to $4.29. Talked about Toncoin, I believe. But we didn't. Ton from Toncoin is down 2.73% after going up 19.81% in the last 7 days, and it's going up 0.18% in the last hour, is at $1.69. Polkadot down 2.66% in the last 24 hours, is at $4.46. Hasn't moved much in the last 7 days or the last hour. Aptos down 2.53%. There are a lot that are down around 2%, actually. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Axie Infinity's AXS is down 2.04% to $4.84. Ethereum Classic is down 2.02% to $15.96. Decentraland's Mana is down 2.12% to 30 cents 35. Yeah, it's it is what it is. Let's look at. I think that's everything for today. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially subscribe so you get notifications the next time we go live and talk about the news. Tomorrow could be an interesting day. Fridays usually are. And yeah, that's a wrap on my end. Thank you very much for joining. Have a great day.